Extensive damage. The Balch Springs emergency manager is actually going around surveying the damage. As you can see, large pieces of metal are just thrown in the street behind the Amazon facility, and all of this, parts of the roof at the facility, the awnings are also damaged. There's an 18-wheeler truck driver who pulled up thinking he was going to be able to drop off or pick up something, and he can't get past. And I mentioned the Balch Springs emergency manager. He's actually on the other side of the building. As you can see in this shot, he's driving away, but he was looking at the twisted metal in the trees that's on the Amazon property as well. Once you take a look at video we shot earlier, the emergency manager said there were no injuries reported. That's the best news in this, but he's calling this a partial roof collapse. And in this partial roof collapse, he says both awnings were completely damaged as far as the roofs for those awnings. And then he also said the partial roof collapse. Now, we don't know how many workers were in the building when this happened. He said that they clocked winds at about 60 miles per hour. Of course, the real extent of the damage will have to be seen tomorrow from above and again on the ground to determine what was the force of the winds. No injuries, and he says that this was the most damage that we saw in the city. Take a listen.
No injuries reported. We got partial roof collapse inside the building. Have yet to get access in there to do a damage assessment, but awnings on both sides of the buildings are completely ripped off. So now we're going around and starting those damage assessments here and a few other structures around town.
I say, is this the most damage that you've heard so far?
Right now, this is probably the heaviest extent of the damage in our city.
So our night started just before that tornado warning in Dallas County. As you can hear the sirens, we were near Ellis Davis Fieldhouse and I-20. Now, very, very strong winds and the rain coming down, but we did not see any extensive damage in that part. Again, the tornado warning was lasting for about an hour. When we were heading to Balch Springs on I-20, there was an overturned 18-wheeler heading westbound on I-20 where 20 and 635 meet. Back here at the Amazon facility, as we mentioned at the beginning of this, some people, when we were initially here, were getting in their cars and leaving. Others, in the last about 30 minutes, were starting to show up. I don't know if maybe they didn't get the word that there was damage to their building, but really pretty sure there won't be any work done here tonight from a fulfillment standpoint as Amazon is concerned.
No second shift.
Right.